Now let's talk about the responsive mode. And there's a lot of things you can do using the responsive mode in Elementor. Very cool feature. Remember right here, if we click the icon right here, we have our desktop preview, which is the default preview. Click here for the tablet preview, like this, which doesn't look too bad actually. This is kind of a simulation of a tablet. If I click on mobile, that's not quite what we want. And of course, the only real true way you're going to get an accurate way of how your site looks like on a tablet or a mobile phone is to actually view it on a tablet or a mobile phone. But this gives you kind of an approximation. Another thing I like to do is actually just kind of shrink down the browser. So sometimes it has a little bit different look to it. But you notice right here, the first thing I notice when we have our mobile phone previews, there's a lot of space up here at the top, which we don't need. And we're going to get rid of that real easily. So click on tablet. There's actually a lot of space right here too that we don't need, but it doesn't look too bad because there's the whole image is showing. So on a tablet, it's probably not that big a deal. On the mobile phone though, if I click mobile, then I click on this spacer. Remember that we have our spacer. See the light blue line surrounding the spacer element. Click right here. Here, right up here at the top now, you notice right here where it says space. And wherever you see these three buttons, which is desktop, tablet, and mobile, you can edit them individually for each type of viewing screen or monitor. So you can edit this spacer element individually for tablets and individually for mobile phones. So let's decrease this top spacer element for mobile phones first of all, like this. Yeah, there we go. That looks pretty good for as it is right now. But there's some other things we're going to do too. But that looks pretty good right as it is right now. Let's go to this tablet view. And actually, there's quite a bit of white space right here too that we probably don't need. But if you scroll down here, you're on the tablet, this is probably pretty good because you can see everything. You can see all the buttons and that sort of thing. So it's probably not too bad on a tablet. So we'll probably just leave that alone. So we'll click Save. Remember the mobile phone view? We have our separate spacer. So right for now, we'll click Save. So now we have a different view for our mobile phones as far as the white space on the top. But there's something else we can do also as far as people viewing our site on a tablet or a mobile phone. And what we can actually do, click here, and we'll just go back to our main. I'll just I'll get into the click responsive, go to the desktop view again. And what we're actually going to do, we're going to hover over the section right here. There we go. There's our section, our main section, because it's up on the top. So this is our main section. We're actually just going to duplicate this section once. So now we're going to actually show two sections. And what we're going to do, we're going to hover over this second section, the very top of it. So we're editing this bottom section here. Click on that. Now if I click on the Advanced tab, and I'll close this part out, you notice this responsiveness right here. So what we can do is, you can do reverse the columns on your you can reverse your columns aspect on, say, on a mobile phone or something like that. When on a mobile, the column order is reversed, etc., etc. But what you can also do is hide on your desktop or hide on a tablet, hide on a mobile. So what we'll do first, actually we'll actually hide this on a desktop. First of all, click Save. And before we forget about it, let's go up to our top section here, our main section. And we're going to hover over here and click on this main section up here. So we're editing our top section here. We'll go to the Advanced tab and close this and click on Responsive. And we're going to hide this top section on tablets and mobile phones like this. There we go. Actually, we won't hide it on a tablet. We'll just hide it on a mobile phone. We'll click Save. Now we'll go back down to our section we just made, our duplicated section. Click on that. So we're editing this section. Go to the Advanced tab. Go to the Responsive section. And we're actually going to hide this on a tablet too. We'll just edit this mainly just for mobile phone viewing. So we'll go ahead and click Save one more time. First thing we'll do, actually we're going to click this bottom responsive icon right here, and we'll click on the mobile preview so we can have kind of a better aspect of what it looks like. First we'll do this. We'll click on the spacer bar, and we'll just click once in there. We'll just give it a little bit of padding like this. There we go, like that. That looks pretty good. You know, and that doesn't look too bad itself as it is right there. But what we could also do if we wanted to, I can go ahead and click inside this heading element, and then we can click on style and look at, you see that right here, the light blue, it's highlighting the mobile phone aspect. So this is, we're editing it just for the mobile phone view, which is what this section is. Remember, we're editing that duplicated section right now. It's not complicated, just try not to get you confused. We're editing that section that we duplicated, so it's actually going to show up below, but it's not going to actually show on our website unless we're viewing it on a mobile phone. So we're editing the typography of the heading right here. We're actually going to make this heading a little bit less, not so big on mobile phones. Maybe about like that looks good, or even a little less. Okay, just like that. I'll go ahead and click save. And obviously you can get a lot more into all this stuff, you know, designing total new sections without the same backgrounds and everything. You can make a total different section for your mobile phone viewing, but this is for demonstration purposes. So let's go back. Did I click save? Yes, I did. So let's go back to our page, reload the tab. Now you notice, first of all, if I scroll down, you're not seeing two sections here like you would if I go back to our desktop preview. So you see two sections here, but they're not actually showing. Remember, we're hiding this section on mobile phone use, and we're hiding this section on tablets and desktop view. So this is only going to show, the second section is only going to show when you're viewing it on a mobile phone. So if we go over here and we shrink our screen, there we go. Here's that second section. You see the smaller headline here showing, and we could actually do a little bit more if we wanted to here, but we could maybe perhaps make this text a little smaller. So let's go back over here, go back over to our Elementor section, and let's see, we're editing our second section here. Yes, we are. So let's hover over here, click on section. Now we're in this bottom section only for mobile phone viewers, and we'll go over here and put it in mobile preview like this. There we go. So here's that second section right here. Click on this headline right here. Click on style. So right now we're only editing the mobile view. Whatever changes we make are only going to be affecting the mobile view of this secondary headline right here, which is surrounded in with the light blue lines. So same with the tablet view. We could change that just for the tablet view, but we're going to edit the mobile view. Typography, we're going to change the size to make it a little smaller, not take up quite so much space, just like that. Click save, go back to our site, reload the tab, shrink it down, and there you go. This secondary headline is smaller now. Now, of course, there's a lot more stuff you can do. You can, like I said, you can make an entirely different section if you wanted to, with different images, and you know, without the buttons if you didn't want to, and you could increase or decrease the padding and all sorts of stuff, but that was just for demonstration purposes. Okay, so very cool aspect, because a lot of times your site's going to look a lot different on a mobile phone than it is on a regular desktop, so it's a very cool option to be able to change the way it looks on certain devices. So remember, it's going to show up on the Elementor edit screen. You're going to see both of these sections, but depending on what you did with them, as far as the visibility and the responsive under advanced, let's see, I'll just click the section right here. Okay, this is this top section right here under advanced, and I'm just going over it one more time. Responsive, see, we're hiding this top section on mobile phones, and vice versa down this second section right here that we duplicated and adjusted the headline sizes, and the spacer element is only going to be shown, if we go here, is only going to be shown on mobile phone mobile phone screens because we're hiding it on tablets and desktops. I know I went over this a couple times. I just wanted it kind of to sink in. All right, enough of that. Now we're going to add another section on our main screen. And like I said, you're going to see, it might get a little confusing until you get the hang of it, but you're going to see these duplicate sections, but they're not going to show, like I just showed you on our actual website. It's only going to show depending on what size of screen you're viewing it on. So we're going to add a new section down below this section, our second section right here. We'll just click on Add New Section. Actually, just let's go over it very simply one more time. I don't want to confuse anybody as far as the responsive part of this Elementor is. It's really not very complicated at all, but I know it's a little bit complicated when you're just, it might confuse you if you're just watching this video and not following along. So first of all, the best way to get the hang of it, of course, is just to get a sample website going, just a web page or something, and play around with a lot of this stuff yourself. All right, let's just say click on this first button right here. So it says edit button over here. And let's take a look at the responsive options you have. Wherever you see this, right now we're in style, and this is typography turned on. You see the size, you see this one icon right here. That's the default. All the values are going to default, whether you're in tablet or mobile phone, viewing on a mobile phone. It's all going to be under this default value right here, which is the desktop. If I click on this, and say I clicked on the middle icon, which is the tablet view, you're going to see the tablet view, and the tablet icon is going to be highlighted in light blue. That means that if you change the size of the button text right here, the typography, and then saved it, it would be saved just for your tablet view. And the same with mobile phone. If you clicked on the mobile phone under whatever option you're editing, the size, the text size of the button, and right here we have the first button we're editing. So if I started doing this, see, I can change the button size a little bit if I wanted to, like this, the text within the button. The same thing for all these other options right here. Line height, let's see, advanced, margin and padding of the button itself. Remember, it's set right at the top, it says edit button, but we can edit the margin and padding specifically just for a tablet or just for a mobile phone, just like that. If you do see the one icon under a value, that means that if you click on it, you can open up the tablet and mobile phone. That means that you'll be able to edit those values separately for whatever you want. By default, it's going to be the desktop, and that's going to be the value that'll be for the mobile phone and tablet. But if you wanted to change it just for the tablet view, click on the middle icon, and it'll be highlighted in light blue. That means that if we change the margin and padding, and remember we're editing the button right now, if I change the margin of that first button like this, we're just doing it just for people that are viewing it on for the tablet view. So it wouldn't apply to the mobile phone view. See, if I click the mobile phone, it's back to the way it was before. Well, it should be anyway. I'll go back here. So wherever you see this icon, the middle, the one icon right here, you can click on it and edit that value specifically just for a tablet or just for a mobile phone by clicking on the appropriate icon, and it'll, of course, the preview size will shrink too. So a cool feature and very, very handy because you can edit a lot of different elements. Wherever you see this little icon showing up, then you can click on it and edit the other aspects, the tablet and mobile phone view too, and save it so they can all be different if you wanted to too. If you, for some reason, there's something you wanted to align one way in one view and one way in another view, you could have it left, center, and right if you wanted to.